Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to Bus Simulator 18. Finally, the game has been released for everybody, so I hope you got your copies. So you might have seen the video from yesterday, the stream, where we did some multiplayer with Jay, Fatty Monk, and Cheeseport. It was a fun one. Hope you enjoyed that one. That was during the release as well, and we found a couple of things, interesting things, a couple of changes since the pre-release. And we are going to go through them all today as well for those who missed the stream and do not like for those who do not like watching long videos or super long videos. One thing I found though was that since the official release, I've been getting this updating save game for my MP profiles, and as a result, I cannot play them anymore. This was the one which I created for the stream yesterday. But now I also cannot enter it anymore. I'm not sure why. Super weird. I hope it doesn't happen for our main profile, but if you guys are familiar with that error, let me know, okay? And let me know, maybe you know how to fix it. Anyway, let us enter and let me show you what changed. It's pretty fun. It's pretty good. I must say I'm pleasantly surprised. I am really impressed with how the developers managed to fit everything in, and how they managed to fix most of the game-breaking bugs that have been there. So I'm pretty
excellent work.
Happy.
I knew
you. Hold up there, bro. Steady. There you go. He was a bit too noisy. So I actually did one of the drives during that stream. So if you want to see where this happened, that's where it happened, okay? The plan a route with the max 8 stops and drive the route. That is with the stream. I didn't put that in the recording. But anyway, so let's continue with this now. And for here, we have to make this stop. We have to make this route. And we need to get a CNG bus, which I think currently with what we have is only the Iveco. I don't think we have enough money for it though. We might have to do a separate drive. This one, the Urban Way. 330. We can loan up to 100k, so that's going to be 316. Yeah, we still don't have enough. We'll need to do one more trip, so maybe we buy this in the next episode. Yeah, for now, maybe we can try... yes, I want to show you the Setra, because if you remember, the Setra was very buggy before. But now at least it works. It works perfectly actually. So let's do the route first. First things first, right? So let's have a route with max 10 stops that connects Agricultural Zone, this one, connects Schober Grounds, this one, and Oakville and Zigvalden. Oh, this is going to be a very nice route. Yeah, this is going to be pretty nice. So we can go and have like maybe start from here, go there, and then we need to pass by Schober Grounds. Maybe we just pass through here. We don't go around anymore. And then we need to go to Oakville. Let's pass by the old sawmill. Oh, and someone said that there's actually an Easter egg there somewhere. Maybe we can explore that sometime. Oakville and Sigvalden. That is 9 stops. That should be good. Alright. Okay, that's good. Assign at least one driver, only assign CNG buses. Okay, so that one we do not have yet. So, what can I do? Maybe we can take that trip. Do we want that now or do we want that for the Iveco? I think we only want this for the Iveco. So maybe I can do this offline since you haven't seen this particular trip anyway. Yeah, this was in the stream and this wasn't in the video. So let's do this. But I'll do something like a reverse thingy. Let's see. Let's go with day. Let's go with the Setra, and let me do a round trip so it's longer. Why not? Right? Let's hope that works. And let's see how the Setra looks and feels like. Here we go. And if you remembered before, I showed you how the Setra was being the pre-release version. You couldn't even unlock the door, so you couldn't actually get inside the bus because you couldn't unlock the door. You cannot open it like this. Now it works perfect. And now we can see it in all its glory. So before, the workaround was you had to do a quick start. So you're right inside the bus already. You don't have to go inside. You don't have to open the door. But now everything is working and it looks magnificent, doesn't it? Looks beautiful. Pretty smooth as well. Also now, when we board, the steering wheel is at its proper place. Looks pretty good. Yes, let me just adjust my seat a bit. Maybe I can... Okay, I think I need to turn on the engine. It actually leaned. Let's close the door. There you go. That's weird. The revs counter resets to 0. It doesn't die down gradually. Alright, there we go. Now I can set it. And let me reset my view. That's perfect. Look at all the buttons here. Super crisp looking. Turn that off. Turn those on because the passengers do complain with that sometimes. The horn. That works. Ramp. We don't really need that. The lights, yes, we'll need that. Where is the parking brake? Wait, let me turn off the TrackIR so I can use my mouse. 1 sec. Parking brake. And I think we should be good to go. Yeah. Alright, let's do this. So I'll try and describe as many of the stuff as I can, as I observe them, the differences with the pre-release. And if you spot anything else, let me know, okay? One thing I noticed in the first place, in the beginning, is that the audio is much better. They did increase the volume a lot. Hear that? That is with windows closed. When I open the windows, it gets even louder. Yeah. Oh, that's loud. Also, you might have noticed already, if I move the mouse, right, and I leave it there, it disappears. The mouse disappears. Finally, they put that in, and now there is no more white dot in the center of the screen, which is super irritating. Oh, and there are like floating people around. Also, probably the biggest question you have, yes, the braking is fixed now, and you'll see it later when you stop at that next one. I think it's a bit too loud though, isn't it? I think I'd prefer the windows closed this time. It's a bit too loud now on my end, and you might not be hearing me at all. Also, the mirrors, all the mirrors are working. And here's the braking. Super smooth braking, right? Perfect stopping position. Thanks to that perfect braking. Let's close the window. Yeah, so what I mentioned in the previous episode about how the braking bug was fixed. Yes, apparently they really fixed it. Also, the passenger duration, type, and quantity are organized now. So it's chronological single, student 1. So it's pretty easy to see the requirement. Yes. Door seems to be blocked. Let's go and check. Bro, get away from there. And while we're at it, let's go and check your tickets.
Here you go.
What?
You still have to go down to check them, but it's okay. When we played multiplayer yesterday, we were very happy with the results. We tested the different modes, and we found out that it is indeed super fun having that like tag-along method where one is the driver and the others act as like the conductors, checking the tickets, giving the... So when someone leaves garbage, they can pick it up. When someone leaves something, they can go and chase the guy without me having to leave my seat. it's perfect. And yeah, the audio, indeed, isn't that nice, huh? Let me go up a bit. Yeah, I think I like that better. The Setra is now one of my favorites because of how beautiful it is without the bugs. But then again, I haven't been able to see the other buses yet. So we have to take a look at the MAN as well. Maybe it's even better now. The MAN A37. Although, yeah, today, this episode will be focusing on this bus. Next episode, I hope we can get the Iveco.
Last week's episode, we finally revealed that Hans has a twin sister, Christina.
The AI is still a bit funky, but yeah, as I mentioned before, considering the level of the AI right now, it's actually pretty smart comparing that with other games. So it's not perfect, but it's completely predictable. You know what it will do. So any imperfections that it might have with the logic, you can actually find the pattern. You can distinguish the pattern, and you can adjust accordingly. Drive, like, do defensive driving. Like,
Water treatment. Don't feel like working today.
when someone overtakes you, and oh, and by the way, good timing. Yeah, you see that there is actually a clock now on the GPS itself, on the onboard GPS and over there. So you don't really need the overlay anymore. Before, if you remember, I just didn't care about the timing at all.
Thank you.
Actually, I still don't care about it now, but it's good that it's there for more info. So it's good. You don't need the overlay on the lower left because that really breaks immersion for me. Cool. Yeah, but the number of changes they put in, the number of fixes they were able to include in those period of 2 weeks during the time of the pre-release, it's astonishing. It's totally unexpected from my end. I mean, squashing all those bugs, fixing all these missing features, and adding even some more, it's just wow. So thank you guys, thank you Still Alive Studios, thank you Astragon. The developers really did a great job with this, and I guess they worked hand in hand with the publishers to set an acceptable, a decent release date without compromising quality. So thank you to your hard work, guys. And the frame rates are pretty good, right? But they have been ever since anyway. Although we do get a bit of lag during multiplayer, but I mean,
one ticket, please.
It's a small price to pay for having multiplayer functionality. So if you're interested in seeing more multiplayer, I have like a 3-hour footage of that from yesterday's stream. Go and check it out. You might enjoy it. But we go through all the different multiplayer modes, and we do some experiments. So apparently, you can just drive. You can either do like co-op driving, where you all go on the same route together, or maybe just ride one bus. Everyone is in the same bus, one guy driving, the others being conductors, hanging out. Or you can also do individual routes, like everyone can do their own thing and just be on the same server, and you can all meet up on the road. Like if your routes intersect somehow, then you can meet each other, you can encounter each other along the way. So it's really a shared world, and that's why I guess there is a bit of lag happening, because all the synchronization needs to happen. And so yeah, that's a very, very awesome feature. We don't really get that a lot. Actually, we don't really get that, especially in simulators multiplayer, right? We have one in Truck Sim, but that's like a mod basically. It's not part of the official package. This one, it is baked into the default game. How cool is that? I guess that the only main gripe that I've been hearing mainly is the price. The price is not the cheapest, to be honest. It's, I think, $20 plus $30 around that point. But given the amount of content, and if you are into bus simulators, if you are liking what you see, I would say it's pretty much worth it. I'm enjoying this game so much. and I haven't even unlocked all the buses yet. I haven't even seen all the bus stops yet. Really? Okay, fine. Where is that person? Okay, there you go. They left. I'm looking at the passenger mirror. And yeah, the mirrors are working perfectly. They are not frozen. They are not flipped. They reflect what's happening actually. I love it. It's amazing. So yes, it looks like they managed to actually fix the game and remove all those irritating game-breaking bugs. Now for sure there will be like problems like crashes and whatnot, but that's all mainly due to the PC problems. Because when you have a PC, you have different hardware, you have different installations, maybe some quirks, so not everything will work for everybody, and you'll have to do some technical troubleshooting. That's the puddle. Even the sound, the puddle, the sound of the puddle, driving through the puddle is louder. So they really amped everything up. It's amazing. It's amazing how much they listen to the people, developers, and how they were all able to factor that in. Oh crap, I thought I missed the pothole. Apparently not enough. And yeah, force feedback is a thing, guys. You might have noticed that when I went through the pothole, that the steering wheel actually like vibrated in game as well as on my physical wheel. So yeah, it's a thing. Good. Yeah, super smooth, just such an enjoyable drive. And thanks to all the fixes, the game is pretty much stable now. Crossing my fingers. So far it has been. Thank you. Perfecto. Minecraft skin bus. Are you buying a ticket? Sure. Single, regular, uno.
You really need to see the view down at the harbor.
Maybe I can explore it one time. Yeah, the thing is, these dialogues that are coming from the people, usually they have a reference. Like if you hear the people like talk about the fun stuff happening at the sawmill, old sawmill, and things like that. Apparently, that's a hint to an Easter egg. So there are Easter eggs in the old sawmill that they're referring to. It's quite a nice twist, isn't it? When you're like a completionist or something, you can go and explore that. Unlock everything, find everything. Pothole alert. Okay, good. We were going quite slow. So even though we went into the pothole, the people didn't complain. I love the braking. Now I don't have to turn on the retarder as I work around.
Move. The door can't close.
Someone's blocking the door, looks like. Senior 1460.
Thank you. One ticket, please.
Single, regular. Yes.
I need to purchase several tickets.
Weak student.
Hi. Yes, indeed. The
So
last
many
time
people.
was...
And we have to clear that guy.
yeah.
There you go.
Good to
Thank
see you. Have a good one.
And while we're at it,
Oh, thank God. I managed to catch the bus. Wait, is
Someone
this
should
even the
do
right
something.
bus?
Hold on. Here you go. How often do you want to see it?
Of
Thank you.
course. Of course.
What? Oh,
Where is it?
Here's the ticket.
Hold on.
people are very
Ticket.
good today.
here you go.
Usually I would have gotten a few fair dodgers by now. Good. Let's continue. Now I don't even have to move my mouse away from the screen. Really love that. Yeah, see, it's gone. Very small stuff, like very minor details, but they all add
Hey
up
there.
and
Long
contribute
time
towards
no
making
see.
the game such a an immersive experience. I love it.
Yeah, right. The time with the,
Yeah. Good to see you.
Okay. It's like a bit of traffic up ahead. What's happening?
Yeah,
Also,
with
when
some
we were-
strange dialogue just to fill the silence.
Let's let her finish. There you go. Also, when we were playing multiplayer, it was actually fun because when you were all on the road and when someone was like blocking the road, stopped in the middle or something, it was causing traffic. And the guy behind, the driver...
Did you catch the concert last night at the old sawmill? The
There you
band
go, old
seemed to be
sawmill.
just sleepwalking their way through it. Horrible.
When someone is on the same street as you, and when someone is a couple of blocks behind, and you cause a massive buildup in traffic, that guy behind would get affected with the traffic as well. So it's all realistic.
I didn't expect the theories
It's all
to
real
be true,
time.
but Christina is an amputee.
And it's all synced with each other. It's such a nice implementation. So I would say yes, definitely the price is very much worth it.
I don't feel like working today.
And with the steering wheel, you get to feel the entire experience. Yeah, couple that with TrackIR, then it's good. Some people have been pretty cautious about the gamepad thing, though. Some people have been complaining that when using a gamepad, it might not be as realistic, like it's too arcadey. I'm not sure. I don't have experience with driving with a gamepad, but I can say that with a steering wheel, it definitely is super immersive. Like it's not arcadey at all. You can feel the physics, you can feel the bumps. Turning, when you're turning, you can feel that the steering wheel is fighting against you,
His birthday party yesterday.
especially in faster
Shouldn't have
speeds.
stayed.
So yeah, it's perfect. But yeah, I saw the official live stream, and I think he was playing the official live stream for the release. Like an hour before
I can't
release, they
wait
had the
for the
live stream.
weekend to begin.
And I saw that the guy, I think, was playing with a gamepad. I'm not really sure. But it seemed like the bus he was driving to me was a bit too fast. Like it was so fast to accelerate and stop.
Way too long.
I'm not sure if that's because of a gamepad or if it was just really full throttling it all throughout because he was trying to demonstrate most of the features.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
Tickets, please. Thank
But as you can see here,
May I
though,
have a ticket, please?
it's very good, right? Day. That's right. But let's go and take a photo. Why not? Let's highlight the Setra, the beauty of the Setra.
Just got a text. What is Beethoven's favorite fruit? A banana.
So nice. That joke, though, not nice at all. Okay, good. So I think after this we have to... I think I chose round trip, right? So we have to go all the way around.
Court Street, Agriculture Center.
You won't get rid of me that easily. I'm enjoying this just a bit too much. Not this one, the next one.
Oh, wait! Where did my head go?
Is someone crossing the street or something? Also, because the engine and all the other sounds are pretty much louder now, I can keep my music turned on. So
Hey,
there's a bit of
what are you
background music
doing
as well.
now?
So you might hear.
Well, I used to be a banker, but I lost interest.
Look at this, I'm going to go into the bottle. Look at the steering wheel. Oh, you can't see it so much. In the speed bump, it's much more apparent, the force feedback. Oh no, 8 seconds left in the timer. Now it comes into play. And I think, I'm not sure until when you get a good timing, until maybe 30 seconds later. Bro, I'm in a hurry. Come on.
I can't wait for the weekend to begin.
There we go. 30 seconds late now. More than 30 seconds late. Let's see if I still get good timing.
That's what I call
Still good timing. Maybe until 1 minute. I'm not sure.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Isn't that the lady in the tutorial?
Ticket, please. See ya.
Perfect stopping position that I actually went over the line.
Thank you.
Sure. Anyone else? We're good. I already developed the habit of moving the mouse cursor away. It's still so refreshing to see that I don't need that anymore. Oh. That might be bad for YouTube. Where are you?
My bad. I'll turn it
Thank
down.
you. Okay, slow down. Thank you. That side mirror is super essential. I always look at that corner, how close I am to the curb, especially when I'm crossing the street, or when I'm turning the corner rather.
Yesterday was perfect. I spent the afternoon at the Lido and then partied all night at the old Sawmill.
Well,
Lucky
the question
you.
is,
I had to work yesterday.
should I be here on the other or on the other side? I guess I should be here.
Next stop, Nutrimore Research.
The game will tell
I
me
hate the
anyway.
commercial breaks in Winter of Passion. They always come right after a cliffhanger.
Right on time.
Okay, it works. Perfect. Right on time. Maybe around 10 seconds earlier or later. That's
Bye-bye.
perfect. I think we're good. And yeah, this is the main, like, it's not a bug, but I think it's a gameplay flaw, I would say. It's a design flaw, in my point of view. It's a conscious choice by the developers, but I'm not very much a fan of it, this timing system. So you can see we have like 2 minutes left to the next stop. That timer actually resets after every stop. So if you're late in one stop, it doesn't mean you're late in the other stop, because the timer will reset after each stop. So yeah, it's not really a big deal. So you can be late at one point, but you can make up for it in the next one. You don't really need to hurry at all, which is easy. Yeah, it's easy, but it's not realistic. I mean, if you're looking at a real timetable, if you're late in one stop, you have to be faster and faster, and otherwise you'll be late in all succeeding stops, right? That's one of the challenges in being a bus driver. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, phew. Alright, no penalty. Good, we're good. This van is fond of insta-braking. Good thing the braking is pretty much spot on. Did you guys see that? They actually went through each other. Yeah, a bit of finicky stuff's happening. Also, maybe we can turn off the music as well, just so we can hear the other sounds better. How about that one? Because maybe the creaking, the bus creaking and all that stuff, maybe you like that. And maybe we'll hear more of that if the music is closed. Good. The vans here, the trucks here are still underground. Their tires are still submerged. So a bit of tweaking more, I guess. Not such a big deal, but just to make it perfect. Right? Really loving the native force feedback. I don't even have to set my Logitech profile manually anymore. I don't have to set the centering spring, because it's all part of the default force feedback in the game. Beautiful implementation.
Next stop, pay scale.
And implementing like a force feedback, a really good force feedback logic in 2 weeks, I would have never expected that.
I need a ticket.
Single student quantity. So yes, definitely. Good job, Still Alive Studios. Good job, Astragon. Amazing work. Thank you for your hard work in this game, and I'm hoping,
Next stop, Sugar
I'm really looking forward to the future. Based on the chatter in the Discord, the modding community seems to be pretty excited. I think they will. There will be tons of mods in the future. Oh, and yes, actually, I could have shown you the Solaris Urbino. Maybe that's something we can also explore. The Solaris Urbino 12 is a mod from the Steam Workshop. Imagine that, as of release date, even before release date, we already had the Solaris Urbino 12.
Next stop,
In the beginning, it was a bit finicky. It was a bit buggy. There's no one here. Let's skip it. There's no one here and there's no one dropping off. Let's just skip it. I think that's okay. Yeah.
Sugar Mill.
It doesn't penalize me for not opening when there's no one dropping off and then there's no one riding. So I think I could have actually skipped through the entire bus stop. But yeah, the Solaris Urbino 12 is such a nice bus as well. And when you ride it, before it was a bit buggy, but now, in time for release, the mod author managed to make it really so good. And when you ride the bus, when you see the dashboard, it looks like OMSI. The dashboard really reminds you of OMSI in a good way, right? Not because the graphics are poor, but because the dashboard is super detailed, the interior is super detailed with the switches and the indicators and stuff. It's really good. So yes, we'll be having that as well in the near future. We'll be checking out that bus as well. So if we can't afford the Iveco next episode, we will try that. Right? And I'm recording all these in advance because as you're watching this, probably as this video is released, I'll be out of the country. So I'm pre-recording this, so I might not have read any of your comments yet, but please do comment because I will read them and reply back to you. Okay, so I'm looking forward to those as always. We're now in Port Amber. So yeah, this is the new area that we unlocked thanks to the completion of the previous mission from the last episode. This is such a nice bus.
Next stop, Shipwright's Alley.
Also, there is no one here again. Let's skip it. Why are there no more people?
Next stop, Shipwright's Alley.
That's the wrong stop. It should be Boost Corp warehouses. Maybe it got confused because of all my skipping bus stops. Where's that guy going? Hello? Oh, there we go. That was so weird. Why did that guy even stop if he was turning right? Yeah, the AI can still do a bit more work, but it always can. Regardless of the game, it can always do a bit more work, and I actually made a wrong turn. Crap. Okay, so now, how do we make this work? Okay, so now we'll definitely be late, but at least we get to see more of the sights. I always get confused with this.
Really? Why?
With this exit.
You're not
because-
in on any of the fun. At best, you're some random NPC.
Because those two streets are so close to each other. When you look at the GPS, they're like the same thing. Apparently, it should be a different one. But yeah, that's fine. At least we can
Did you
tour
see the
around
last
a bit.
No! Don't spoil it for me!
Look at this, how beautiful the graphics are. Yeah. Unreal Engine at work. I think it's the next exit right here. Industry
That
zone,
goat in the last
exactly.
episode of Winter of Passion was a bit out of place.
Did he say goat? I didn't read the subtitles, but I kind of heard it. Goat. Okay, so now we're a minute late. they definitely will not be happy. And we have to limit ourselves to 50 kilometers per hour. Oh, and someone told me that the speed limiter now works. Maybe we should test that. Maybe next episode if I remember. Good. Okay, now we're on the right street. But I love the smoothness. The FPS frame rate spot on. I guess this is almost 60. I don't really count my frame rates, but I know if it's smooth or not. So this one, definitely I'm pretty happy with the frame rate. Considering the amount of detail in here.
I'll never get to my appointment on time.
I know, I'm late, sorry.
May I have a ticket, please?
Just took a bit of a detour.
Thank you.
Look at this. So if we're like 2 minutes late, right? But when I leave this, look at the timer, it resets. So in the next stop, I won't really be late. I don't need to worry. And it's much more relaxed that way. But I wish, look at that, now it's 30 seconds, right? It's not anymore late for 2 minutes. I wish they would add an option. I guess it should be pretty simple. Instead of resetting, just have one timer in the beginning. Start from the beginning and then just add on to that or subtract from that. And don't reset it anymore. And that will already resemble a closed timetable. Maybe that can even be modded in, I'm not sure. But that I guess is a pretty easy feature to implement. No additional graphics needed, no additional... The coding would be minimal, just a few lines of code. And you can just add an option over in the settings so people can choose which type of timing they like. If they want to relax, they can go with this. If they want to have a more aggressive, a more realistic timetable system, they can choose the other one. That would be a nice feature. I'll try to recommend that, suggest that. But at this point, they are pretty much swamped with suggestions over at Discord, so I don't know if they'll see anything. There are so many suggestions over there. Rightfully so. The game is great, but it can be made even more so.
Next stop, Harbor. Distribution Center. Last stop.
Okay, we're at our last stop.
Leave the bus.
Man, time flies so fast when you're having fun. I really like this. Although I do like the aspect of not having to always rush and be able to enjoy my trip. So even though this timetable system is not very realistic, it's not so bad, is it? It's more for the casual player. Maybe that's why they went ahead with this. Because I'm sure the hardcore bus fans will hate it. But I guess for the general public, so it's more accessible, it's more relatable for normal people, for casual people, they decided to go with this kind of approach. So it's not too frustrating being late at every stop. Really? Wow, opera now.
Oh, sorry. I'll turn it down.
That's new. Didn't know there were like they could listen to different kinds of music. And this setting is with traffic high. Like high traffic, really the maximum. So if you're getting tired of waiting like this, you can actually lessen that. But it's nice, isn't it? The AI is pretty smart. They don't actually get stuck on each other. Like if you remember the other games, with these number of cars, it's almost inevitable that they'll get stuck, cause deadlocks with each other. But this one is actually pretty smooth. So yeah, if you're on the hook, if you're still undecided if you want to get the game, I tried to give you all the good stuff that I saw. I tried to give you the not so good stuff that I saw, and I'll let you decide. And let me know what you decided.
Oh no!
Next
I
stop,
fell asleep.
Harbor.
But yeah, my main concern just now is really that updating save game thing. I don't really know how to fix that. And I hope they don't do that for this profile.
See ya.
That may be a multiplayer related thing. I tried to fix it using like Steam Cloud, disabling Steam Cloud and whatnot, but no, it's not working. It's working. Also, it's weird, but I'm getting frame rate drops every time this happens. When we are done with the trip and when it's time to pick up the garbage and go back to the garage, I get laggy. I'm not sure why. There must be some processing happening in the background. Although when I look at my system, nothing is really jumping out, like nothing is maxing out anywhere. So I'm not sure why. Let's go home and get some additional points for parking inside the garage, the bus depot. Yeah, look at how laggy that is compared to the initial one, right? So when you're going to do free roam, this is when you can do it after the trip, but I guess it would be nice if the frame drops weren't there, and if this notice of it's not crash into the guy, it would be nice if this notice can be removed after a while. Yeah, so as you might notice, there are still a lot of improvements that can be done, but all these are pretty minor. They're pretty much like continuous improvements, but something you can live without in the meantime. Very cool. Right, good. You can hear the grumbling of the doors. That's what we can call that. And yeah, I think they increase the volume of all the other interior sounds for more immersion, for better immersion. That is perfect. Guys, let's finish the trip. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Thank you. Can I squeeze in? Someone is crossing the street, I guess. Yes. Thank you for giving way. Now where the heck is the parking? Did I see it? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. That was a bit weird. Well, of course, no one will give way for me. We'll have to take it on our own. Yeah, even there, when you climb the curb, force feedback exists. So nice. Thank you. Slow down. Okay, we're good. Alright, nice. Well, that was a good trip. Fell into a pothole, but I think all in all, it was pretty smooth. Let's go with that. Let me... Parking brake was set, right? Yes. Neutral. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights there. Turn off the engine. Super quiet. Window is closed. Let's open that. I love those sounds. Super immersive. Love it. And that is our trip. Let's see our rating. 33k. Amazing. Cool. Level 10 now. And now we have 282k, so we should be able to actually buy the Iveco, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we can buy the Iveco. We'll go negative a bit, but we can go up to negative 100. That's equivalent to having a loan from the bank. I think. And this is the Solaris Urbino from the Steam Workshop. Yeah, we'll probably try that after the Iveco. We need the Iveco to progress with the mission, but we'll try this at one point and we'll give it a few more days so that the mod author can fix some more of the bugs. It's pretty stable now, but there could be some more improvements, I think, especially with the multiplayer aspect. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button if you liked the video, if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm waiting forward to your comments. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Catch you in the next one. And if you're interested in supporting me via Patreon, go and check out the link in the video description below. Thank you. Have a nice day. Catch you in the next one.